Hello, it's Derek from the Oklahoma Mind Ninja podcast. It's been a minute. It's been a little while. So I want to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of time to kind of get on here and figure out what's going on. The biggest thing that I like to do and thing that helps everybody out is I am a place for you to find out everything that's happening, particularly in the Norman area, but also in the metro area, Oklahoma overall. And yes, I tackle some subjects that might be a little bit interesting by bringing up things from all different sides. That's why I've been called a mind ninja, which is what the name of the podcast is. If you like what I'm doing, please make sure and subscribe to this channel. You can either watch me on YouTube if you want to see my pretty face. If not, you can actually listen to it on your radio. Just by all means, bring it up in your smart car. Or unless like me, not long ago, I only had a CD player. Then you had to, I don't know, put your phone in the seat and turn it on and, old school, like you're cranking it. It's like, seriously, my kids thought, what's wrong with dad? They're like, he doesn't even have Wi-Fi in his car. They thought something was definitely wrong. But so let's go ahead and get started. This is going to be a pretty packed podcast. Why? Because we're going to talk about all the things that are going on in Norman, Oklahoma this weekend as we're getting ready for an incredible time, which if you don't know, there is so much going on anyways every day. So I'm going to give you a lot of resources, a lot of places for you to find information. And of course, one of the very best is you can come directly here to my YouTube channel. You also can go to Future Growth and Vision Norman on Facebook. That has up to the day information. Also, I have an Instagram page. I'm getting better. I'll say that much. My Insta's not great. It's kind of Insta sad. So hopefully it gets Insta better. So I'll work on that. See if I can get more content out there and do it on a more regular basis. I love to do shorts. So if you don't watch YouTube shorts, you really should. They're really like reels they're kind of like TikToks, but on YouTube. It's super fun. I get a chance to do a segment called Boy Dad, which is me talking about raising two boys, which is an adventure and it's hilarious and it's super fun so if you have any kids at all, you'll get a kick out of it. Sit back, relax, enjoy listening to that. But hopefully I have all the things that I have available right now for you to just find out what's happening or just have to sit back and relax and have a good time. But let's get started because, again, there's a lot happening in Norman. One of the things that we are seeing is a major, I would say, emergence of downtown. There is some incredible things happening, and I am so excited. So let me give you a heads up about all the things. Last weekend, they had a pumpkin making pottery class at Main Street Pottery. If you have not been to East Downtown, that's near Stash. You've got Stash down there. You've got Lazy Circles Breweries down there. You've got Main Street Pottery down there. You have they just redid the corner and by the sidewalk, and there's flower beds. It is a fantastic space. It's so cool. It's so much fun, and it's just at the end of downtown. Just you walk in the streets and there it is. So it's very, very cool. So check them out. Look for classes they have upcoming. They do fun holiday stuff. They do classes. You can go in and just throw that clay around. One of the other things that has happened is, if you don't know, it's Halloween time. So if you don't think Norman's haunted, let me just tell you, we got some ghosts up in here. We got some ghosts. Whether it is old school Norman, all the buildings downtown, or you look at campus tours. I'm just telling you, OU campus has been around 100 years. It's not by accident that they may have some extra special guests. There are ghost tours downtown in Oklahoma, in Norman. There's also ghost tours on campus. But one of the things, if you have a little bit of a sweet tooth, that you can go do, and it's a great date night, is to go to the Ice Creamatory. It's over on 12th and Lindsay in the condo shopping center to the left. It is right by CVS. If you go down a little bit further, it is a really, really cool make your own ice cream shop. It is not fast, and they tell you that up front. They make it right in front of you. They make it to order. It is so fun though, because it is like this all the time. So if you love Halloween and that's your jam, come and visit from far and wide and enjoy it. Also, there's a fantastic taco truck just a block away. You got great Mexican food in a restaurant if you want to go down to Volcano. Volcano is fantastic as well. So we have Asian food in that area. I mean, it is a really cool corner. There's condos right there if you want to move in and live upstairs. I mean, we got all kinds of things that are happening. Busy, busy, busy. That's East Lindsay District. Super cool. There's a big grocery store that is for lease right now. I want somebody in there. I want them to be cool. I want them to get in there and really make that corner pop. That's what I want. So I'm hoping whoever wants that building gets in there. It'll need some work. I'm not going to lie. But they have a great antique shop called Antique Paradise. They have expanded already in that area. So you've got people coming in and expanding and doing interesting things. People are coming to Ice Crematory from miles around and hours away. So you have, again, customers coming in, not to mention the normal car count, which is coming by there. So it is a fantastic opportunity for you in the East Lindsay District. Whispering Pines, this is out on just past 72nd and Highway 9. Great place for you to hole up if you need to just get away with your beloved, have great food, hang out, or if you have an event, they have amazing spaces out there for you to host weddings and gatherings, and it's really pretty. It's super cool. Visit Norman. Now, Visit Norman right now is the place to go for events. They will set you up. They'll let you know all the Halloween events that are coming up. They also will do a video every week. So if you follow Visit Norman, they do a video about the weekend events. They can only do so many. So they do about 5 to 6 events every weekend and then refer you to other places. I, of course, suggest you come and hang with me on Future Growth and Vision Norman or on my podcast so you can hear all that's going on and make your selections. Later. The Norman Arts Council, we have a cool thing coming up. So we are going to have a Metchin robot sculpture from Tyler Fuqua Creations coming to Reeves Park. You're like, okay, great. What's that? It is a big old robot that is super, super cool. You get to design the heart. And it's from Burning. It's the guy is a Burning Man artist. So if you don't know what Burning Man is, it's a festival out in the desert. So yeah, it's like that, but we're ultimately going to get one. So we're excited to find out what it's going to look like, and it changes over. So we're excited about that. Super cool. Tonight, they had Dinos in the Dark at the Sam Noble Museum, the Norman Depot Comedy Night at the Depot, and about 8 minutes ago, Folk Songwriter Night started at Opolis. Opolis is a legendary music venue in Norman. You got Opolis, you got the Deli, you got Guest Room Records. You have Hollywood Corners, which is like a modern legend. We have all these spaces that are becoming more and more important. And so the more live music we can get in Norman, the better, because we are a music city. With that in mind, I want to tell all musicians, if you're a musician, you're a band, or you've been getting ready to do this, the Norman Music Festival open call is now. It's from now until November 15th. If you don't get in, you don't get in. So don't wait. I said, get those in there. We are bringing around 300 bands to Norman. We have headliners from all over the country, and it's a free festival. We have 80,000 people like to come downtown and just party it up for like 3 days. So I'm so excited to have everybody come to visit. We're excited to see the growth and excitement around it, and the more and more that we can do to show you that we are a music city. We have incredible artists. So we are opening a brand new senior center. This senior center has a pool in it. They call it an adult wellness and education center. I'm saying Ange Braggs is going to do the murals. Super cool. They're already starting it. It looks fantastic. We are so excited. And Tiffany McKnight. So it's going to be really, really neat, really colorful. We are stoked about all that. The Norman Arts Council is going to have Anomaly Radio. So it is improved radio plays. They're working on things that you can do. It's a one night only event, and that is tomorrow night at Yellow Dog Coffee Company in Norman. Yellow Dog is owned by Sarita Wilson. And if you have not ever met Sarita, I consider her a Norman legend. I consider her somebody who embodies the spirit of Norman like very few people. She's a fighter. She has worked hard to promote Norman. She's an entrepreneur. She builds businesses. She creates new events. She's working to always better the community. By the way, she's also a pretty dang good artist. And her husband makes a mean cup of coffee and roasts some serious coffee. So if you haven't been by Yellow Dog Coffee Company on Porter, by all means, when you're walking downtown, just take a little ride on Porter, go over there and have a great cup of coffee, sit down, relax, and have a good time. They're incredible people. They can always use your support. And it is a fun space. Oh, my real estate stuff. I've been watching my real estate stuff. It's a little messy, y'all, with the whole 8%. However, I do have what two people that I want you to think about. One, there is another podcast called A Guide to Oklahoma Real Estate. The young lady that does it, she is in Norman, lives in Norman. She's a Norman real estate agent. I love it. Why? Because she goes out there, she talks like I do sometimes. So she gets in and talks about events and things going on in Norman. She also gives you the lowdown on what's happening in real estate, average price tags, kind of how you can get around the Norman area. She compares Norman to Moore, Norman to Texas, Oklahoma to Texas. It's really neat. So if you haven't checked that out on YouTube, go by all means go like and subscribe to A Guide to Oklahoma Real Estate. Again, she's really neat. She's really fun. And of course, if you need a realtor and you're wanting to look outside that, go to the Norman Board of Realtors. They are fantastic. They do a lot for our community. They're always fundraising. They help people out in their time of need. And it's nice to see real estate agents that not only are building our community by selling real estate, but being a part of our community and helping those that need help. It is incredible and super cool. Uh, if you want a little taste of Italy, Visit Norman did a quick little thing on, and they did a little La Dolce Vita, which is talking about their pasta. You talked about Victoria's. Victoria's, of course, legendary on Campus Corner for years, is now downtown. You got Bienvenutis, which is right there by the railroad tracks. Stunning, beautiful, high end pasta. And then Gabarino's on out on oh Lord, out by Barnes and Noble in that area. You got Sergio's, of course, downtown. Again, right around the corner from the theater. Fantastic. And Othello's, which is on Campus Corner. So again, if you want Italian food, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places at least for good Italian food. And these are all local. They're incredible. They are they are the fabric of who we are. We're bringing a little bit of Italy to Norman. Also, okay, this is one of those things. Write this down or just listen to this again and write it down later. Don't forget to follow Downtown Norman Events. It's called Downtown Norman Events. Why? Because every day they post what is going on in downtown Norman. And I can tell you, I am watching the list, and the list is getting longer and longer and longer. Like today's list was probably 15 to 20 events just for tonight. And this, but it really is going to get longer and longer and longer because they do amazing things. They've created amazing things. Andrew Coulter, I believe, is the person who runs that or, or is involved in it. And he is doing a lot with downtown Norman, and the downtowners are doing incredible. I love it. I love what you guys are doing. I love the fact that you're making things exciting. There's going to be an awesome thing happening this holidays, just to give you a heads up, and that is they're going to have a competition between Campus Corner and downtown, and they have picked a theme, and they're gonna have it going back and forth, which I hope goes crazy. I hope they end up like fighting it out tooth and nail and really going after it because I think that'd be super fun because we need to really embrace the holidays and embrace our idea that we are the beginning of an incredible Christmas path. Why? Because you can come here, go to Norman, party it up with us, then the next day you can stay in Norman, have a great evening, great night out, and enjoy our city, and then head to Noble and go check out the water tower that's all lit up. Go all the way through Slaughterville, and they have a cool little like lights at a V, and go off to the right, head down to Purcell. Purcell has wonderful drive-through lights. It's super cool, and then you're gonna head out onto I-35, and then you can head back up, head go to the Riverwind, spend the night, and have a great time, and just make one big Christmas loop. It's like a Christmas trail. And of course, do not forget our friends. If you're going down past Noble at Canadian River Winery, and they are just south of Noble, about 3 miles on the right side. Stop in, have a glass of wine, and hang out. Get that for your gifts. Jacob House, as we're looking at all things Native American, if you don't know, we have a little movie that we call Killers of the Flower Moon. That's tongue in cheek, by the way. It is not a little movie at all. It was a huge movie. They're out of Osage County, but we want you to know that wherever you go in Oklahoma, there is indigenous ties. So if you want to learn about Native culture, come to Norman, come check out Jacobson House. Don't forget to go to the FAM, the First American Museum in downtown Oklahoma City. That will teach you about all 39 federally recognized tribes in our nation states that are here. It is fantastic for you to get to be a part of that and see what it means to be Native in Oklahoma. Let me give you my list. This is just for today. This is just for today. I'm gonna just tell you. It's the Moon Sushi and Asian Bistro has a brand new dessert for you to try. You got Rooster's Sports Bar, which is having a Thursday night football party. You got Red Brick Bar has jam-packed weekend starting tonight. They got Thursday night football and Friday night karaoke. Saturday, they have open at 10 o'clock for kickoff and a potluck. Saturday night, they have the Gary Gibson Band, and get ready to party with them. Legally Brewed tonight has Pint Night. You got Stash. They are talking about free time. They have coloring. They got coloring books coming in. They have iced tea and Grey's Anatomy reruns on the TV and a blanket. It's super cool. We got Apple Tree Chocolates. Wants to know, are you really doing Halloween or are you doing Halloween? So you got some gummy fangs that you can have on, then you can eat it. Lazy Circle Brewing are running and biking and then hanging out. We've got Birdies in Norman that, you know what, they'll cook for you. They'll do casseroles and soups. You don't have to cook, just go pick it up. Sweet Basil Thai Cuisine has Pad Thai, and they're so excited about everything they have. We got Hi or Human Interaction. They got their flowers restocked. East Downtown. We have a new vendor called Up Together Venue. It's hosting a Halloween party. Of course, Yellow Dog is part of downtown. They have board game night tonight, and so they're doing board games, and they're stocked up and ready for you to hang out. Don't forget the Downtown Fall Fest is coming up, and I'll let you know in future podcasts as we get ready to do all that. This is just for this evening. That's what I'm saying. It's busy. It's busy, y'all. Cannot help it. We have so much happening. There's a workshop called Oklahoma Storyworks. This is the Norman Public Library Central on October 28th and November 4th. This is to help students to learn about acting and getting them ready. They have to be at least 12 years old, I believe, to like 17. Let me see. Yep, 12 to 17 to work on improvisation and acting. Again, I told you about all the movies happening, right? Like Oklahoma's become a movie space. Norman needs to be getting a little bit more of that. I'm just saying. Rainbows Are Free are going to be playing out at the park, Legacy Park. by Target. It's going to be super cool. They're going to also be there with Helen Kelter Skelter, it starts at 7:30. This is out by the Target area. In case you don't know, that shopping center, we call it North Park, is one of the most attended shopping centers in the state. We had so many people go out there and visit. It's a great place to shop, eat, hang out, stay. You can do a lot of things. It is an incredible space. Gonna get better and better and better, y'all. Don't forget the state parks, of course. We have our wonderful Lake Thunderbird. You can go there, you can hike, you can bike, you can hang out. Scratch, I don't want to forget this wonderful, wonderful space. So Scratch is on the corner of Eufaula and Maine. It is a really, really cool space. They make their cocktails from scratch. They make their food from scratch. They have a basement bar, which is a little different in the basement, outdoor seating when it's beautiful outside. And again, it's right across from Recess Taco Park. So you can go there and play mini golf. You can go have beverages afterwards and go spend some time out there. And that's walking on the west side of downtown. So that's a neat space and a neat area. We have more coming in that area, which I will talk about as it gets built up and we can start visiting about what's happening there. So it's just going to be a lot of fun, but they have a fantastic food, a great chance for you to go hang out in a really cool space. 405 is going to be all over everywhere this weekend. Also, Legally Brewed. Legally Brewed, I'm very proud. They got a sign up where they're not so hidden. So if you go actually right across the street, almost exactly across the street from Scratch is Legally Brewed. So you can go there, have your beverages, go over and have a beverage over there. Then you can go ahead and visit one of our Ubers, or you can use our city system, which if you're downtown, you can pick it up after hours at 7 o'clock. You get the app and then take a ride for like $2. Also, want to let you know, since all of you guys are football fans that might be coming in tomorrow, these are all things that are happening tomorrow as well. Um, we need to remind you that our public transportation system, our bus system, is free. If you want to park somewhere near a bus stop and get on the bus, we have redone it starting last Monday so that you can get there probably quicker because it's going to go up and come back, go up and come back. It's not making a giant loop anymore. So we tried to speed it up a little bit. So hopefully, if you can't find parking right near Campus Corner, you can park a little bit farther out by one of our bus stops. Then go ahead and get on our bus system and bus your way to near campus. The transit center is just down from the depot, about 3 blocks. It's on Porter. If you go to that transit center, which is right in the middle of everything, you can get off there and literally walk. And I think it's going to take you, what, 4 or 5 minutes to get to the stadium? Because you just go up down there, you walk down the way. Okay, it'll take you all the way down there. So when that happens, you're probably going to stop. And oh, by the way, by the farmers market, which will happen from 8 until 1 that day or 8 till noon. So you may stop and it's going to take a little while because there's so much happening that morning on Saturday morning that you don't want to miss it. So take a wonderful stroll from our transit center, our brand new transit center on Porter. Walk over to the depot, get a selfie with the depot because it's just iconic on its own, and then keep on walking towards the game. Stop by the well, and it will be amazing. Grab some fruits and vegetables, something to snack on, maybe a cup of coffee or a juice, and then head to the game. And then when you get done, come back, spend more time all over Norman. Let us drive you around, hop your bus, and visit with everything we have going on. It is super, super cool. This is just what's happening in the next couple of days. By the way, we have great breakfast places. We have great places to stay. They're already starting to think about the SEC next year. So you need to think about securing your tickets. That's a big deal. Um, Look, I've got so much happening that I will be doing these on a regular basis. But if you want to know daily what to do, you've got to go to Future Growth and Vision Norman. on Facebook, you have to subscribe to YouTube. Why? Because I will do shorts and I'll let you know what's going on quickly that way. But I do put them on there, and the people that get them first are my subscribers. I make sure that they get everything before everybody else because I feel like that's important. I feel like you guys have invested in me. You've made it so that, you know what? I like your content. I like you to keep doing this. Hit subscribe, hit that button. And I mean, that's what it's going to take, y'all. I said, I'm not going to do this and just sit here and talk to myself. Why? I want to make sure that I'm doing something that brings you value and you get something out of it. But I do want to thank you for listening. And hopefully, you have a chance to get your calendar out, plan a trip to Norman and hang out. And I can't wait to bring you more of these, and we'll do better. And I'll change out my picture and let's see what happens. But thank you so much for being on the podcast today. This is Derek. See you soon.